Good afternoon and good day. This is episode 2 of Ricardo's Reel, where I will just basically impart a little bit more about me, my experiences in this awesome business known as 5 Links, but also just talk about, just kind of be really transparent in terms of what I think it takes to be successful. Now, today, what I want to do is I actually want to just kind of expand on a program that I saw by a gentleman by the name of Bob Proctor, and this is actually one of his students, his proteges, kind of breaking down what it takes to be successful. So check this out, and I'll be right back.
Everybody is familiar with the great Bruce Lee, perhaps the greatest martial artist that ever lived. And he was also a great teacher. And very often they'd come to him and they'd say, "Could you tell us, Master, how we could be a great martial artist like you?" Now he would take them out into a little gym and he would go through some of his moves. And what he was doing is he was trying to find out where they are. Because he said most people had the wrong information about martial arts. Just like many people have the wrong information about this word, success. This word success, this progressive realization of a worthy ideal. And after he'd take them through the little exam, he would sit down at a table, he'd put them on one end. He'd sit on the other end. And he'd put in front of them a glass of Coke. He'd say, "I want you to look at that and let it represent." Think about it now. He said, "I want you to let this glass of Coke represent your knowledge. This is what you know to be the truth." And he said, "I want you to let this clear water represent what is the truth. This is my knowledge. This is what I've learned." And he said, "This is what you want from me. This is what you want." I want you to think about one step here. How often have we looked into the lives of other people and we see things that we truly admire? We look at maybe their person, what I'd give to be like that individual. We look at what they have and we say, what I would give to have what they have. We look at what they do and we say, what I would give to do what they do. Folks, if we only knew, what we're looking at are nothing more but our own rejected thoughts. They accepted thoughts that we have rejected. So this is what Bruce said. "I can't give you my knowledge because, you see, there's too much of yours. However," he said, "if you are prepared to let go of yours and make room for mine, then we can work together. But as long as you hold on to this, I can't give you this." Think about it. Are you prepared to let go of what you've learned? And by that, I don't mean to just cast it aside, but to examine it. And to take a new idea that you will hear in 2 days here. A new idea. And to examine that idea, entertain that idea, to see if it will change, alter, and or improve the end result for a happier, healthier, more prosperous life. If you're prepared to do that, this program will really, really work for you. Will really work for you.
All right, so hopefully you guys found that impactful, informative. That was deep. And when I saw that, that really hit me, because I really feel like in order to be successful in any endeavor in life, whether that be 5 links. And I'm not just beating up on people who are not in 5 links, all right? Because there's many paths to success, all right? I truly think that 5 links just really makes sense. And I'm going to talk about that in another video. But just generally speaking, that just made so much sense because some people want success. They swear up and down, oh, I want to do it for my kids. I want to put them in private school. I want to have a lifestyle where I'll never have to work again. I don't want to work until I'm 70 years old because, you know, guys, that's the new retirement age. It's like 70 or 75. A lot of people say, I don't want to have to go through that. But yet, their habits and their actions don't dictate that. All right? A lot of people, you know, like they say, a lot of people want to go to heaven, but they don't want to die for it. A lot of people want a six-pack, but they don't want to work out. A lot of people right now are joining the gym, knowing full well, or probably not knowing full well, but probably in about 2 or 3 months, are not going to go to the gym anymore. And meanwhile, Bally's and Planet Fitness, now they've locked all of these new members into contracts. You're not even going to the gym. I guess that's just human nature. Bottom line is this. When you really are ready to make a change in your life, all right, you're dealing with that glass of Coke. And you have to be able and willing to empty your glass to be ready for that water. You have to let go of all of that. Even, and I'll even say for a lot of our partners, we have a very, very large team, but there's only a fraction of people, and I think it's just the 80-20 rule. 20 or about 80% of the people, you know, I think we have a great system because on our team, I think it's much less than 80, but I think in most instances, it's about 80% of the people are still dealing with a full glass of Coke, and they're not able to get rid of that. We can't teach you the successful people, and I'll even say, I'll take myself out of it. It's really the platinums. It's really the double platinums. It's your Tupac DeRenicourt, C. Anthony Harris, Barry Donaldson, the people who are doing it and have been doing it for years in terms of really epitomizing the success, having all the trainings. These are the people who we need to study and do exactly what they do. And for the people who are like, well, you know what? I'm just going to push this business on Facebook. You know what? I haven't done a PBR in 2 months, but I'm all the way 5 links. We have to be honest with ourselves, all right? And too many of us are working with this glass of Coke. And the thing is, you cannot work with both. You're going to have to be willing to totally empty that glass. There's a concept in Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Phenomenal book. You guys definitely need to read that book if you haven't already. There's a concept that he has called burning your ships. Basically, in that book, he talks about Napoleon Hill, and when Napoleon Hill was going into battle with his men, they had to actually sail over. And when they sailed over, and I don't know the whole backstory or anything, I'm not a historian, but when they sailed over, he ordered all of the men to burn the ships behind them because they had just gotten off the ships. And the reason why is because he knew that once you burn your ships, there's no turning back. All right, and that's what many of us have to do. In order to be successful, many times you have to know there's no chance of retreat. And too many of us are playing it safe. Too many of us are just kind of doing it. We're trying it. Too many partners are trying 5 links. You can't just try it. I'm not saying go out and quit your job, but what I am saying is that you have to take it serious. Because look, let's look at, for instance, Tyler Perry. If you know his story, this guy was homeless, living out of his car. You know, if you guys just study successful people, you know that most successful people, you're only able to do that once you've totally abandoned all other options. All right? So I hope that you guys receive something from this. The next clip that I do is just going to talk about why this 5 links thing makes so much sense. It doesn't make sense to at least not look at the opportunity, because this is the next Google. It's completely blowing up. It's not all hype or fanfare. It makes sense. All right? I know of other people in other network marketing and direct sales businesses who you can't refute what we do from just a sense of common sense. Just every single product. While I was doing this video, my heat came on. I'm getting paid on that. Do you use heat? Absolutely, because you'd be freezing right now. Do you use electricity? You use lights? You probably do. You see that ray of light like right there? You see my light right there? My place is a mess, so I didn't want to pan around too much. But bottom line is, we're getting paid on everything that even you use. Even if you're not in the business, from a respectful standpoint, it just makes sense. In any event, getofftheratwheel.com. Getofftheratwheel.com to learn more about this business and yours truly. And this has been episode 2 of Ricardo's Reel. We'll see you next time. Take care. God bless.